So coming up next week, we have the Democratic National Convention. Now, if you don't already know what the Democratic National Convention is, essentially it's an event that's held every 4 years to formally nominate the winner of the Democratic primary for president. It's to take that person and formally nominate them for president. The Democratic National Convention says that it is an event to unite around our shared values and come together and share one vision and all that mumbo jumbo. But by that, I imagine they mean it's to show off our platform, show what it is that Democrats stand for, the policy positions that we back. So there's a lot of eyes on this convention every 4 years. So of course, we're going to have a lot of big names in the Democratic Party speaking. For example, this year we have former President Bill Clinton, and we also have former President Barack Obama. There's also a ton of people that have received a lot of media coverage this year, such as Governor Andrew Cuomo, Governor Whitmer, Mayor of Atlanta Keisha Bottoms. Oddly enough, we also have a Republican speaking at the Democratic National Convention. I know it's a little confusing because they do share a lot of the same views, but a Republican speaking at the Democratic National Convention, it threw me off a little bit. It happens to be former Governor John Kasich of Ohio. This is the same former governor of Ohio, John Kasich, that ran for the Republican nomination against Donald Trump in 2016. Odd. It's a little odd to me. What's even weirder is that a name was left off of the speaking slots for this year. One Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, better known as AOC. She did not have a speaking role this year. As big a name as she is and as breakout a star that she became in the Democratic Party, she didn't have a speaking slot. So the Democratic National Convention, I imagine, received a lot of backlash from people that support AOC very greatly, and somehow the Democratic National Convention made things even worse. They made this situation worse. Take a look at this article from Forbes. AOC only gets 60 seconds at Democratic Convention to deliver pre-recorded message. Wow. This is a slap in the face to me and to every other progressive, as well as people that just generally support AOC. AOC has 60 seconds to deliver a pre-recorded message. 60 seconds. That's like when someone goes out of their way to tip you in pennies. This is like someone going out of their way to only give you a 5-cent tip. How wild is this? That this is the Democratic Party, AOC is the future, and they say we're only giving you 60 seconds to speak. And it's pre-recorded? It's pre-recorded? This entire convention is going to be via Zoom. It's like TiVo. You could pre-record the entire thing. There are no time constraints here. But she gets 1 minute pre-recorded? And John Kasich, Republican governor John Kasich gets to speak? Who the hell is John Kasich? Who the hell is John Kasich to the Democratic Party? How absolutely bonkers is this? Now, I've been seeing moderate Democrats poo-poo people like me who feel slighted that AOC was A, left off of the speaking list in the first place, and B, now only given 60 seconds to deliver a pre-recorded message. And the arguments that they've been using are kind of flat. They don't really have any oomph to them. So I'll break down what people are saying and show you why that's kind of silly, why it is that it's so silly. So the first thing that people are saying is that there are hundreds of other Democrats that could be speaking. She should just be happy that she's been given 60 seconds. Well, I don't know hundreds of other Democrats that took out the House Democratic chair in a monumental election. There's not many people that did that. This guy was next in line, supposedly, to be the Speaker of the House. It's not every day that you take out a Democratic behemoth like that. So AOC gets some points. If you point to other Democrats that have taken out behemoths like that, you can send them my way. It's most likely that they're also progressives and share the same message as AOC because it's a winning message. So that argument's kind of silly, that there are other people out there in the House that can do this. AOC is one of the biggest names in the House. So why isn't that she shouldn't be speaking? So I've seen other arguments of people saying, you know, she's just too young. She's only a first-term congresswoman. This is her first term. She should be happy that she's getting 60 seconds because not all first-term congresspeople get to speak. Well, if you look back at the history of speakers for the Democratic National Convention, you have people like Julian Castro, spoke in 2012. He was just the mayor of San Antonio. You had people in 2016, Michael Bloomberg. Look at him now. His reputation is tarnished. It's not new that this is Mike Bloomberg's reputation. They all know who Michael Bloomberg is, yet they let him speak in 2016. In 2004, you had a little-named state senator by the name of Barack Obama. A state senator. Then you have people that aren't even elected officials speaking. In 2012, you had actress Scarlett Johansson. An actress. Not even an elected official. In 2016, you had Elizabeth Banks. Another actress. She got to speak for 5 minutes. Isn't that wild? In 2012, you had someone who's now a senator, but in 2012, they held no position. Elizabeth Warren. Elizabeth Warren got to speak for 15 minutes in 2012. She got to introduce Bill Clinton. Former President Bill Clinton, Elizabeth Warren, not even a senator yet. She got to speak for 15 minutes. So the argument that, I'm not trying to, make fun of these people. I'm not trying to speak down about these people. I'm just trying to show you that people that haven't even been elected yet, people that never went on to hold any elected roles, and people in positions like mayor and state senator have spoken before. So it's not out of the realm of possibility that the biggest name probably in politics right now, apart from maybe Joe Biden and Kamala Harris, is AOC. So it's a slap in the face to progressives. It's a slap in the face to all of her supporters. And they're doing this intentionally. Like I said earlier, a lot of eyes are on the Democratic National Convention. There's a lot of people watching this. And it's something that could give people mainstream attention if they didn't have it already. Barack Obama was a state senator in 2004 and went on to win the presidency. He won 2 terms. So it's something that could springboard people into positions of higher power, and the establishment does not want that for AOC. They want to cling on to the reins of power for as long as they can. They don't even want to relinquish. They barely wanted to relinquish a minute of that power, but they want to hold on to it as tight as possible. So that's why they don't want people like AOC to speak, despite the supposed message of the Democratic National Convention to show off what it is that Democrats stand for, to show off what it is that we should be fighting for, the policies. Someone like AOC, who supports, things like Medicare for all, a Green New Deal, tuition-free public colleges and universities, who actually represent what the party represents, surprisingly, they don't want that person speaking. Because they don't want to relinquish any power. And that's what it boils down to. So it's a slap in the face to progressives when AOC doesn't get to speak and John Kasich does. It remains to be seen how long he's speaking for. But if it's anything longer than a 60-second pre-recorded message, it's a double slap in the face. That's just what it boils down to. And it goes to show you that the Democratic National Convention and people running the party like Nancy Pelosi and Chuck Schumer, they don't want people like progressives in the party. They don't represent you, and they don't represent me. But those are just my thoughts. Let me know your thoughts in the comments section below. Agree or disagree, let's have a conversation. And subscribe to join the political revolution against mainstream media. Folks, I got bad news for you. CNN, MSNBC, and Fox News, they're all bought and paid for. Independent progressive media is the path forward. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.